Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Analog Drift here at its new home, which is my garage. I hope to make some scenery improvements, but this is where I'm going to host my little vlog from now on. It's Friday, it's getting close to E3, and there's already been a lot of stuff announced pre-E3. One of the things that I just saw recently was WWE 13. I love playing the wrestling games, and WWE 13 is taking it back to the old school days with the Attitude Era. They had a roster leak on their website, and come to find out that a lot of the people that are going to be in the game are actually from that period in time in wrestling. And what that was, it was basically the mid-90s to the mid-2000s when Stone Cold, The Rock, a bunch of people like that were real popular. Some of the people that were rumored were like, you know, they had original DX members, Chris Jericho from back then, Mike Tyson was rumored in there, so that would be pretty interesting to see if Mike Tyson's in this WWE game. And then there's also a new trailer out for Skyrim's Dawnguard, which is going to be the add-on content for Skyrim. They didn't call it DLC. I guess you wouldn't really call it DLC because it's a full-on add-on. It's more robust than, you know, your average character skin or anything like that. They have a whole bunch of new story content. From what I saw in the trailer, it's all revolving around some kind of vampire storyline. It looked like you could assume the role of a vampire or the Dawnguard, the people who fight the vampires. And they showed some footage where you would actually turn into a vampire bat, and there would be people that you could fight that would turn into a flurry of bats and kind of skitter away. It all looked pretty awesome, and it looked a lot more cinematic than some of the stuff that is in the actual Skyrim game now. It looked a lot more directed, you know, per se. But that's going to be $20, and they say it's going to be coming out in the summertime, so look forward to that. And the next thing that came out a little bit early was this DC game called Injustice: Gods Among Us. Basically, it's the Mortal Kombat engine, but with DC characters. And they had this little line of text in there. It said, "What if our greatest heroes became our greatest threat?" So I don't know if they're building up a storyline around this where the heroes are going to be bad guys. From the trailer, it looked like some pretty brutal combat, so I don't know if they're going to have finishers or not. That would be pretty awesome, but they showed a lot of environmental combat. But it's another fighting game. Are we getting fighting game fatigue yet? Maybe from Capcom, but maybe another one from NetherRealm Studios might be pretty awesome. Then there's also been a bunch of Grand Theft Auto 5 rumors. There were some leaks on IGN where it showed that Max Payne 3's game code actually contained the names of a lot of vehicles that exist in the Grand Theft Auto universe. So there must be some kind of data exchange going on in the background with your saves, or maybe there's a leftover code. Maybe some of the stuff that you do in Max Payne will carry over to Grand Theft Auto 5. We don't really know, but they also had some rumors in there that were suggesting that it would release in autumn of 2012. But then there are other rumors that say maybe it's going to release in May 2013, because they had some leaks that were supposedly from a former Rockstar employee. And some of these leaks include that the main story revolves around one character, that you're going to have a 32-player online experience similar to what Red Dead Redemption was, where you could posse up or form gangs with people and go out and do missions, those kind of things. They also said that the game area is going to be 5 times larger than it was in Liberty City. That would be very impressive. You could fly planes, and cars are customizable. You could take drugs, and cops will supposedly go after you for speeding. I wonder if they'll go after you for running red lights. I don't know, that would be kind of cool to put that next level of immersion into that kind of game, because like with Saints Row, you can just go balls to the wall and do whatever the hell you want, and cops will barely even mess with you. This may be more of a serious toned game, more grounded in reality than what those kind of games are. And my final little piece of information that I want to discuss is there's a lot of rumors going around about Sony's online services. People are saying that they're going to have a streaming service, a game streaming service similar to OnLive or Gaikai, that they may be actually signing a deal with one of those companies. They didn't actually say which company it was specifically. Maybe Steam has something going on that we don't quite know about. I don't know. But OnLive, I have that on my PC right now, but there's never really anything I want to play on there. I mean, the experience is decent enough with my internet connection, but the library just isn't there. So maybe this partnership with Sony will build that up. Maybe they're trying to get into this digital frontier, but you always have the thing about that you couldn't go exclusively to something like that at this point, because you're alienating a large part of your customer base that actually buys physical copies of games. And the other thing that people are talking about is that they may be revamping the PlayStation Plus thing. I'm a PlayStation Plus subscriber right now. I love it. I like all the free downloadable games, even the minis and stuff like that. But they're talking about changing it to a multi-tiered service where the more you pay, the more you get. And they're talking about getting more actual decent disc games. Like a while back, they had it so that you could get the full Far Cry 2 game, which is, you know, pretty cool. You get a full-blown version of a full retail game. I know it's old, it's been out for a while, but it still says a lot for PlayStation Plus in the kind of things that you can get from it and the kind of content that they're hoping to provide in the future. So, sounds good, but these are all just speculations right now. I'm sure there has to be at least a kernel of truth in some of this stuff, but we'll see at E3. So next week, I'm going to be doing little updates here and there, and I'll fill you in on whatever my highlights are from each of the various companies' press conferences. And so go ahead and hit the subscribe button up top and come back here, check out my videos, check out what I have to say about what's going on at E3 next week. And thanks for tuning in.